Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another match of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando tournament. We are in loser bracket round 3. Matchup is Ellendar versus topplife. Commentator for this match will be Krista Joy. Say hello.
Hey, hey, party people. How are your mornings going? I hope that it's going pretty good. And yes, Zero, I totally love the chicken pom-poms. You know, the spicier the chicken, the better, because, you know, I'm a member of Team Pain Train, and that's exactly what we love. So welcome aboard. We're going to ride this wild ride together. Let's see what our boss right here, Siberian, has rolled for our lovely runners. Alrighty. Whenever you want them to start, boss, I am on it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It looks like they start with the fairy spell and a spell, so that is going to be awesome in terms of new Kasuto for the spell, but guess what? They're not going to cast Jack-a-lot of nothing because it is very expensive right now on Magic 1. So let's see where we're visiting first. Well, on Ellendar's side, Ellendar is checking. This is fairy, so I guess that's unfortunate. Now we do have topplife, and topplife has entered one of the palettes. And excuse me, guys, I just had a fast seat so you could go to bed. Someone else who's a part of Team Insomnia. I love it. Thank you. I haven't been to sleep either, guys. So no worries. We can all be a bunch of random insomniacs living a happy life. You know it, guys. So we have on Ellendar's side, this is a wonky map. That's the first thing I need to really get out. And I love topplife. You know, topplife has that Yoshi sprite that is life and love. And let's see what we have here. Okay. So, for those of you who are sports fans that like to get your gamble going, the prediction is up. Holy moly, did you see that grab on Ellendar's side, guys? We have 1,000 P bags, so this here might be super jetty in terms of leveling up. Now that we know that 1,000 P bags are in the mix, this is going to be absolutely fantabulous for you guys in terms of watching quick leveling by both of our runners, especially two very seasoned runners, excuse me. And I am sounding like I could be a stunt double for Kermit the Frog right now. So if there, you will be hearing me sing Rainbow Connection. It's not going to be good. Another P bag, this time on topplife side, which was found in a cave. So, and we have 1-ups in the drop pool. Oh man, this is going to be a generous seed in terms of survivability and leveling up. Grant you, we have 3 heart containers, but hey, compared to what we normally get, you know, in Rando, where we've been seeing a lot of 1 heart container seeds, it's always good to have as much as possible, especially if we find out where the heal spell is. And we have a lot of deaths too, and I love deaths. You love deaths. This is what makes everything so much fun. So hey there, Saria. It's jump. What? Saria, what are you doing, buddy? Okay, So it looks like Fairy becomes castable at Magic 3, which allowed Toplife to go through, and Toplife will be having Yoshi get Mario's famous technique, which is the jump, as his original name was Jumpman. So Yoshi will be learning the jump spell in just a minute once we get that prize and sorry, and then hand it off. There we go. Jump is now acquired. So this is a 5 gem seed. And do you know why we stopped the car? You stopped the car because you didn't want to kill the Yoshi. So I'm going to say it's because you wanted to save the animals. And Ellendar took another visit. I think Ellendar realized, hey, that's where I get Fairy, that's garbage. And then we have on Rudo's side, we have Rudo having the shield spell. Now, that means he's gonna need to get the trophy for that. But considering, we may find the trophy along the way somewhere, it's good to know about that. So on Toplife's side, we do have some outward exploration still. Both runners are just kind of dipping their feet in the water a bit. And this so it looks like Toplife is going to be casting Fairy once again to kind of exit out. Probably would want to get a heal though beforehand, which he did get. So our Yoshi is on the move. And let's see where this connector is going. Well, Ellendar was like, yeah, I'm good. After taking a punch to the gut, King's Tomb was not really the greatest of information. And we have Toplife trying to survive the graveyard. It's looking possible. Take the P bag. Hope you can level up. So close. Oh my goodness. Go to the town. Yes. Toplife has found Nido, but the most important thing is that Toplife has found a health refill, as he is so close to that 480 and getting that level up. Ellendar did get his second 1000 P bag, which was one of the gifts in the cave. Now, we do have Amido Reflect. So with this being a 5 gem seed, we most likely will need to have the medicine, which Yak Hammer acquired. Okay, chat. Let's test your knowledge. Do you get what that reference is? Let's see if you guys can get it. Not? It's a-okay. I would recommend that you kind of look it up. It can be yakety yak. Oh, well, sorta. Yakety yak, don't come back. But not quite. Zero, when you do get a free moment, you can look it up. It's also a Twitch streamer by the name of Yak Hammer as well. So let's see if we have 500 P bags. Whoa! This is a generous as all heck seed with regards to P bags. And you guys know as well as I have that we've seen numerous occasions where the P bags have been literally Jack Diddley squad and you get nothing. So, let's see how we're doing in terms of our predictions. Well, good to see. You guys are pretty confident in our Yoshi. And you know what? I'm all for it because Yoshi is life in love. And let's see what this P bag. So far in the drop rotation for P bags, we're looking at 200, 500, and 1,000, which let me tell you, we could possibly see, guys, a stacked set going into GP. Imagine that, because we're used to seeing, people dipping GP, maybe attack 5. These guys are going to have attack 5 before they even hit their first palaces. So I'm anticipating that this here is going to be quick palaces in terms of, once they get the necessary items, of course, unless they find out that their palaces are favorite types of block, which is key block and glove block. Key block not mattering as much with the fairy spell. And here we go. Top Life is dipping in. And let's see how this goes. Yippee yoo-hoo! And what's going on here, buddy? Ooh, jailhouse bars. So let's test your remembrance of windows. Now we do have the complicated windows, which is palette 5, the jailhouse bars. Do you guys remember what palette that's for? And well, the boss just gave it away. Darn it. It's palette 6. And attack 4 Barba. I know Top Life would have loved to have had a little bit of down. Ooh! Outdoor barbecue by our boy Barba. Well, how do we comment on this? Well, Top Life probably wishes he had the shield spell, because it looks like one hug from Barba may actually be death at life 4. And at attack 4 grant you, it is powerful. We do have a game over on Ellendar's side, which is a tad bit unfortunate. This Barba, meow meow, what's up? All right, we have some more bets in. Oh, we have some spicy bets. So we have kind of a mixed bag of our guests rooting for Ellendar, and then you have some that are rooting for the Yoshi, who is, in essence going against his relatives, in the reptile family. But it looks like we have a clean hit, and that was a very, very good Barba fight. And Zero, so far this seed has been very nice. And considering, the jackpot P bags, and we have a trap tile that did have a hello hammer. So Death Mountain, we're gonna smack some boulders now. So Ellendar did find, it looked like he found the hammer in that grass tile while he was meandering along. But it looks like a route that more likely than not I would anticipate Top Life finding pretty soon, as this is pretty much a straightforward group of, speaking of which, Top Life is about to get it. And yeah, I'm hoping for a good seed in terms of a mix of pain and so that our guys can really show what they're made of. And yes, Ellendar is going into Palace 6. So meanwhile, on Top Life's side, we do have what looks to be what happened on Ellendar's side. Looks like Did he up A to try to get away from that, Dark Knight? Looks like it. Oh yeah, it's P5 for top. No, I was gonna... The complicated windows. But yes, you guys are absolutely right. It is P5. But it's all fun when we can guess by windows because, it keeps our brains working. And we did get to see the jailhouse bars. But it looks like Ellendar kind of exited out, which might be unfortunate because P6 is actually quite short. We didn't... Here's another 1,000 P back. Goodness gracious. The level up. Even our boys that normally pay jack nothing, a can of diddly squat, are given a whopping 2 points. They're like, see, we can do our jobs too, You have the Serby heads at 2 points. That's kind of unfortunate. And we have a weird colored sprited muncher. I know, this P5 is actually pretty good for farming. But I already see something. It's not looking pleasant. What is this kind of setup? Yeah, I would just kind of ferry that because that jump is awkward. But I'm seeing a lot of blocks. So for top life's sake, I hope he doesn't run into a glove block room. But when you start getting all of these blocks, it does get a bit scary. And most likely than not, that's going to be probably 1,000 P bag. And Yoshi was able to move around. Ooh. Be careful, my friend. This is kind of like Bowser's Castle with the way that they set up those fireball statues. Meanwhile, Ellendar is just trying to survive in the forest. Oh, just knock him into the lava if you can, Top Life. Oh, Ellendar's side, he was getting tossed by like a ping pong between the Moblin and our Feraligatr. And like his name said, Ripperoo. So that's going to be an up A, start from the beginning, hope for the best. And we do have a game over on Top Life side. Top Life is going to abandon P5 for now, which is so disheartening for me because we can all use a little early morning mace to the face by our favorite boss, or at least one of my favorite bosses, Guma. And it would have been nice to have seen, Guma's health, 100 P bags. So, it's pretty much I think that's the lowest we've seen in P bags is that 100. I guess we could call that the wah 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 of the P bag groups. But I think Top Life, the reason why he may have abandoned P5, this is what my spidey senses are telling me, and 9 out of 10's something wrong, but I think he abandoned that palace because he senses a glove block somewhere. I always get nervous when I see a lot of bollocky blocks because you never know. And the way some of the position of the blocks were in that particular... Oh, well, now, isn't this cute? We have Top Life going through the cave. We have literal sync between our runners, both of them obtaining the boot. The reason Ellendar did get it a little bit quicker was the smart play of using the fairy spell, whereas Top Life decided to, go all Smash TV and was going to try to kill them all. So, let's see where we're at aside from the Graveyard of Doom. And with the Boots acquisition, it does give us a little wiggle room to work with because it does look like all water is walkable for the most part. We haven't seen a vast ocean to try to test that theory out. But I think at this point, we have a wonky looking Death Mountain. Yikes. This is just an ugly looking overworld. Like, I normally, try not to comment on, how the Hylian goddesses decided to create the earth. But for those who have watched many a time the cutscenes, oh, wait a second. On Ellendar's side, he just did obtain the trophy in Rando. So, yeah, it is vanilla. That's amazing. And we have Toplife with the 500 pounds, and we have a magic container on Toplife's side. Yes! If anybody has the emoji with the treasure chest and a bomb, we can definitely say Fred! And it will absolutely make 100% sense. Now, Toplife did kind of nope out of there. Okay, there we go. Provided Toplife doesn't kind of die, because this would be so unfortunate to be right at 1300 and die. The blue. So now we have the trophy acquisition. So both runners, in terms of item collection, are running neck and neck. However, Toplife does have the advantage, as he did clear out and defeated our boy Barba, who did give him a bit of an outdoor barbecue roast initially. Maze Island has been found, folks, so let's sit back, relax, and see what kind of items we're going to look like. This, Mew Mew, this is a 5-gem seed, and if you saw the beginning, you would have been like, whoa! Because there's 1,000 P bags in the drops, 500 point P bags in the drops, 1-ups in the drops. It is just a generous seed. So I'm expecting, more likely than not, to probably see these guys coming into GP with at least attack 7. Also, we do have the spell as being given, as well as fairy. So those came free as a bird, as a gift for them for just starting the seed. And with this, yes, Zero, I was just going to say, New Kasuto is going to be a thing. And the only thing we could hope for, if we are true members of Team Pain Train, is like a blue jar for all that collection, because then that is the equivalent of getting the single arrow. And let's see. Yeah, Toplife, that was a very smart move, because you are hop, skip, and a jump from death. GP is on Maze Island, folks. So that's very, very good information to have. Toplife has the advantage in terms of he knows where GP is. Ellendar has not found Maze Island yet, but eventually it will be found. So let's go ahead and see. Toplife is doing the smart gesture in terms of using the terrain to his advantage in maneuvering through Maze Island, and that shows the level of skill and knowledge of our runners. Because if all else fails, grant you he did find the 1-up, but you don't want to die, because these places, and it does have a direct connect. What will you do? So Maze Island is easily found, Ellendar is going through team struggle. The struggle is real in a very, very craptastic Death Mountain. I mean, like, this is just absolutely just a mess of doors and hoping for the best. I'm looking to see. Okay, on topplife side, it looks like that bridge is going to be the connector between east and west. What is this map? This map is just ugly. Like, I mean, everybody knows our Sunday mornings are supposed to start off great. You know, you eat your Wheaties. Yeah, that's Death Mountain, and it's just ugly. It's just no fun. Yikes. Oh, got you. So the bridge. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Zero. So the connector is just literally the connector to Death Mountain. So, well, have you seen very many raft tiles? Because I haven't. I saw like maybe 1 or 2 raft tiles. If that's the case, that's... Woo! There we go, there's one. And all water is not walkable. Yeah, there was... That's 1. On Ellendar's side, that's 2. And I think we saw 1 other one. So I think maybe 3 or 4 reptiles at most so far. And these enemies are just putting in some major hurt. And that, my friends, is going to be bad. Because if they can hurt this much on life 5 and life 6, it's kind of sad to see, kind of feels bad man moment. And on Ellendar's side, there you go, Ellendar. You got your level up. So Ellendar has now gone to attack 4. Finally, a Caldera Death Mountain. And there's some major lag. Oh boy. And we have a game over on Ellendar's side, which is very, very unfortunate. That is ugly. Ugh. I mean, and the fact that all water isn't walkable, that kind of hurts a bit. I mean, you can walk a little. Ice cream! Ice cream! How could you? How could you eat ice cream while the rest of us are here just suffering? Trying to figure out what can we do in terms of our breakfast foods for those of our guests who are out in Europe. I think it's afternoon time for you guys. And then, but I'd love to have some ice cream right now. Give me some vanilla ice cream and I am good to go. Okay, so let's see what Death Mountain Gift gives us. A whopping 1-up. That is a big ripperoo. I mean, in terms of survivability in traversing this mountain, the 1-up, of course, is a good find. But as for, you're hoping to find a glove or a raft, that's a big ripperoo. Now, one thing, though, that we haven't seen yet. All right. It is afternoon for you guys. I actually live in Orlando, Florida. So I live in Casa de Mickey. And I didn't realize that topplife had all 8 magic containers. He did get the final one while we were kind of having a nice talk. He did just get it. Okay. So I'm not losing my mind yet. And let's see what we have here. We have a 1,000-point P-bag. Good heavens. This is just amazing in terms of, gifts to be given. Red Dark Nuts pay off 70. Let's see what, aside from death, which is what you're looking at, Top Life. But maneuvering that with 3, he should be able. That's not quite the way to do it, my friend. There you go. Just kind of avoid this for now. I know you wanted to see what the blue Dark Nuts were offering. Ellendar did pick up his 1,000-point P bag, so he's going to use that, tribute it out to Magic. So now we have on Ellendar's side 455, and on Top Life side 456. And imagine one hug from one of the Dark Nuts at Life 6 is literally taking out 1.5 heart containers. So this is just a very mean seed. The one good thing about, Top Life situation is that he was in Palace 1, and it's a blink and, you miss kind of horse head. So you do get to enjoy that. I don't know if I would have placed the gem for only 400 points, considering that, I don't know. I think I would have waited just a little longer. And because for the most part, the enemies are very generous in terms of what they're dropping, and you do get but this seed is also very generous with P bags, so I guess Top Life doesn't really care for the gem increase, but I think you should take that one up, my friend. We must save the Yoshis. And Ellendar is returning back. We do have a key on Top Life side. Let's hope that he can find the item. And here's the item right here. Hey! It is the River Devil's best friend. So Palace 1 is holding the wonderful ocarina flute recorder, however you wish to call it, because some people say it's a flute, and then you get some people that say no, it's the ocarina, and then you get some people that say it's a recorder. For me, I call it the recorder. And we have the cross on Top Life side. Why not say, well, I could always use some saving. Everybody knows that I need saving because I never know the way. But it looks like Top Life used that. That was actually a very smart move. What he did was, for the people that are not familiar with Z2, he did use a save because when you save or die in a palace, you get to stay in the palace when you resume that game. And as opposed to trying to save in the overworld, which would by default put you back with Zelda. And considering that this has been a lot of overworld grinding, I think that was a very smart move on Top Life's part. And let's see. We're going to see a lot of the fairy being used. And on Ellendar's side, this is a really precocious situation. But he was able to emerge triumphant over the orange. Oh, thank goodness you put the fairy spell on, my friend, because you were going to take a lava bath, which would have been really unfortunate for Ellendar. It would have been great for us because, we love to see. Well, now, Ellendar, buddy, you gave us the lava bath. So, everybody, let's do our endorsement for Lava Boy soap. And then we can, and the devil guarding nothing again. Oh, come on, my friend. One day, we're going to have the river devil actually guarding something. A sacred water tile that is holding the glove or raft or something of that nature. I keep believing. I believe in my river devil. He will do it one day. He will guard something special instead of just guarding nothing. And on Ellendar's side, Ellendar is cave exploring, praying that there's a way to escape all of this beat downs. And on Top Life's side, Top Life is playing one hit kill mode because take a look at his life. I mean, I'm all for it. You're all for it, but I don't think Top Life is all for it right now. Because, just one hit, that's it. And you are dead. And that is not a place to be in. So, Top Life is probably scurrying to hopefully find a Panacea type island that has a ferry. Or just to survive till we get this is painful on Top Life's side. It's literally giving me heart trouble. Yes, the river devil is guarding the comments. Yes, I will just say that. Thank you, Mew Mew. The river devil is guarding me. We are in Old Kasuto right now. No, that's Old Kasuto. Let me see. Yeah, that's Old Kasuto. There you go. But wait a minute. We have Three-Eyed Rock here. Let's see what that's going to lead. Palace 3. So, Palace 3, what spoils do you have to offer to us? Meanwhile, Ellendar did pick up a 100p bag that did give him the okay to continue on. Yeah, I was wondering why you were trying to push hard on that lock there, Top Life, when you have the jump spell. Not cheaper than Fairy, and really? Rebo that quick? Goodness gracious. And it's a weaker Rebo. Look at that. 2 is already off. Oh, Rebo! Buddy! So now it's time for the horsey to say, I don't get paid enough for this. And, oh, heavens. There we go. We have Top Life using the corner drill method. So let me explain what's going on here, guys. We have a 3 palace. Ellendar just found a very great item, the magic key, so locks won't be an issue for him. But they're really not an issue anyway, because you do have the fairy spell. But sometimes you do run out. I'm surprised that Top Life did pass up that P bag. Because, if it's 1,000-point P bag, granted that one was 100, but we don't know what the other one was. And there are 1,000-point P bags in the rotation. So honestly, if it was me, I would be grabbing every P bag I could think of. And on Ellendar's side, are we going to see Ellendar play a palace? Yes. Okay. And let's see. Ooh. Come on, Top Life. You can make it. There you go. Okay, and on Ellendar's side, we have just getting bounced around. That was a very smart up A, because that would have just been a death anyway. So at least then you could just start over, say you're so fresh and clean, and not let that scenario. But that group of enemies is just mean-spirited. But it's good to know that they paid 200 on each one, so you could pretty much do some damage. Now it looked like he did cast the shield spell, and looks like shield and fire are tethered together, so that's very good information to know. Or did he cast? No, he didn't get the shield spell. He must have casted. No, I think he did cast the shield. And then we have Ellendar is looking at doing some blue dark nut farming, but at 70 per kill, that's really not worth it. I think Ellendar realized that too, and kind of just said, hippity hoppity, I'm moving on uppity. Whereas topplife is just going through a very cherry Skittle comboed with tropical punch Kool-Aid looking room. And yeah, the fairy spell is going to be one of those clutch spells in this particular seed, because everything hurts. And the one thing we haven't found, guys, is heart containers. So here's my question to you, chat. Do you think there are any heart containers in this seed? I'd love to hear what you guys say. Do you think that there are any heart containers? Because we have seen a lot of P bags, and everything has been so generous in terms of leveling up. But I'm wondering, I'm gonna say, I don't think there are. Sage, you are saying no more. Yeah, I don't think there are any more heart containers either. And we love it. So we do have the item for Palace 3, which was the candle, which is fine because now you can see what's killing you in the caves. And if you look at these caves, they are just nasty caves. And we just love. Alright, Darunia. Let's see what we're... Go east to find the raft. So, we just found out some Major League information, and that the raft is in the east. Which means that there is a cave connector as opposed to a raft connection to the east. And we see a glove block room on Ellendar's side. That's unfortunate, especially if that's the way. And we have everybody's favorite stab, right guys? Up stab! I know y'all love it. I know you guys love up stab more than down stab, right chat? Y'all are like, up stab is the greatest stab ever. Let's roll with it. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not on Maze Island. And then it said, I missed the comment about where to find the child, because I took a gander over at Ellendar's side, who has yet to get any crystals at all. And I don't know if this is a really smart move to just focus so much on the overworld exploration, considering, and also Sage on Maze Island, GP is on Maze Island, New Kasuto on Toplife side. So they gave a redundant clue, which is go west to find the hammer, but they already found the hammer. So here's the child. guess we can go back to Darunia. And we get to see the greatest spell casted ever right now, people. So get your Dumbledore and hat on. We are going... Gooma sits on the child. So, oh my goodness. Did you see what spell that was? The Thunder spell. So that is amazing acquisition. Because, yeah, the spell is the greatest spell. We already know. Because, you know, it has the greatest purpose in the game. And you can always reuse it all the time. And it has the medicine. Whew, whew. This was just the Bluebird of Happiness Town, literally. Grant you, it doesn't do jack for, you know, in terms of too much in terms of healing and stuff. I mean, you can heal, but this is just so out of the way. Ooh. In terms of exploring, it took quite a while to get here, and there was a bridge tile, and these marshes are just no fun. And I wasn't expecting that for the woods, so nice. Our swamp didn't really give us a swamp. Oh, you just gotta love these encounters. This is just too fun. And by too fun, I'm just saying that in the most sarcastic way that I can. Because this biome's kind of blah. And he nopes out of Old Kasuto, top life side. Ellendar is taking some deaths. Phew! I think Ellendar might be on his last life. I would grab that P bag. See? P bags 500. That's why you must... Windows 10 update! What are you talking about, buddy? My version of Windows 10 will end soon. Yeah, that's fine. We will restart later. Thanks a lot, Windows 10. Blocking up my screen. But we are going to restart tonight. Okay, so Top Life is getting... The dude abides. Really? That is a man of many words. And by many, I mean none. And Ellendar is making good use. Yes! Windows XP, you gotta love it. I mean, there are still some places that still have Windows XP. So, I cannot knock it. That got me through many days. And also, take a look what Top Life just got. The raft. This is an amazing find. And it was on that water tile. And... you know, but if you want top tier, top cat type operating system, then you get Windows Millennium Edition, Windows Me. It is just a fail sauce of an operating system. And Ellendar is holding on by by a lick and a thread. Well, you guys know that Windows Me was, I don't know what they were smoking literally when they made Windows Me. Windows Me was that, you know, like that Dollar Tree version of Windows XP. So Ellendar is taking on Gooma. Let's go, Gooma. All right. And Gooma has already given him a body blow, which caused that game over. Ellendar nopes out of another palace. Ellendar, my friend, Oh my goodness. And Top Life, his Yoshi died in an interesting position because it looked like he was doing the Michael Jackson kind of pose on that death. And I'm like, all right, you go, smooth criminal. And Windows Me was yo. And we have the glove. Oh man. So we've got major important items in the palaces. And unfortunately, Ellendar is allergic to the palaces because every time he goes in one, he immediately nopes out. As if you're going through anaphylaxis. You're like, oh no, this is bad. And yet, Millennia Edition, oh heavens. I'm having many Vietnam flashbacks from my me days. That was like at one point I was like, I'd rather deal with Windows 3.1. I mean, they had Windows 2000, we had Windows Me, Windows 98, and I'm telling you, you went from Windows 98 to Windows Me, and it was like, why? Why? I was doing bad enough with Windows 98. The only thing that was good about the 95, 98, operating systems, literally, guys, was the blue screen of death. Like you're typing up something, and for most of us, it was probably our homework or, some type of term paper, and you're there, you've given it all it's got, and then boom! Blue screen of death, and you didn't save anything. Because, back in those days, man, saving on the hard drive, what's that? You had the floppy disks. And then, don't let your floppy disk get like a speck of dirt and become contaminated. And it's like, guess what? Everything on that 3.1 ain't doing nothing. And it looks like Top Life hit a brick wall, which is what most of us had when we were running Windows Me. So, you turn it on, it goes do 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 do, and then you get a blue screen that says there's an exception in 0xe14 something or another, and you're like, but I just bought this. Good times, man, good times. I loved all those exception messages. I mean, it's bad enough we already had Windows Me, but most of us remember during those days, that's when we had AOL. And I mean that funky AOL where you were lucky if you got 28, the 28. Hey, Chroma. Yeah. Chroma, Top Life is using Linux, and Ellendar right now is having a Windows Me moment. So that's the best way I can say it, because we've been talking about computer stuff, and we're trying to see the epicness of Windows Me. So Top Life has now found Helmet Head. And this is going to be a blink or you miss Helmet Head. Good heavens. Look at that. That's true. That's true, Sage. That was one good thing about 98. But I remember days where we had basic. Like this is kind of old school. I mean, Ellendar is allergic to palaces. I wonder if he realizes he does have to get to the end of the palace and kill the boss. Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. I think Ellendar. I don't know what Ellendar is doing. Like that strat is just. I'm trying to understand it, and I think these guys, these runners, like to do that because they know I'm a psychiatrist. So they're like, let's see if we can make the doctor go nuts. So she has to see herself. And I think that's what's happening right now. So, you know, now one thing I'm surprised about, Toplife, did Toplife get shield? Because I don't think he did. And he does have, yeah, I wonder why Toplife is passing up on shield, considering that the likelihood of, oh, Rando 32 error that kills your operating system. Yes, 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 yes. Or you get the ones, you know, that say, hey, all you have to do is delete your system 32 file and that'll fix your issue. Am I right? So it looks like I'm trying to figure out why Toplife in a seed like this, where it's low heart containers and everything can kill you on life 7, why he's neglecting to get it. I'm telling you, that's like buying a Packard Bell computer for Hewlett Packard. I mean, or Toplife, buddy. I'm all for saving Yoshi, my friend. I mean, and plus, you never know what GP has to offer, and you always want to be able to cast shield. Yeah, I know Top likes to live dangerously, but you know, everything can kill you. And let's say you're thighs deep, not even knee deep, but thighs deep in GP, guys. And you find out Thunderbird is required. Do you really want to go against Thunderbird? Oh no! Somebody fell for the System 32 delete scam? That's one of those things where you gotta get good, you know? Might as well just give them one of those Radio Shack computers and just say, run basic, which is 10, print, quotation mark, open quote, a word, and then close quote, 20, go to 10, end, and then run, and then boom. So now Toplife is ready to go to GP, and Toplife does know that GP is on Maze Island. And let me tell you, Ellendar right now, when it comes to where Ellendar is relative to Toplife, this is like my little league baseball team, where my team, my baseball team, my little league team was really bad. I mean, we're talking epic levels of bad. And they used to have to stop the game because we were getting beat down so bad. And I'm like, my dudes, you guys, I'm the only, because I played in a mixed league, so it was boys and girls. So, you know, I'm like, my dudes, I'm the only one scoring. What does that say about y'all? And I mean, we were so bad, nobody wanted to sponsor our team. So we had to get our coach's mother to sponsor us. So we were known as Grandma's Bandits. And this is a Grandma's Bandit moment, because Toplife at 5801 has no Chrome. We couldn't even get the oil change place. We couldn't even get a laundromat. You know, we couldn't get nobody. And Toplife, my friend, remember, you are in GP now. So there's the chicken squad. You got to fear the chicken. And it's one of those things, you know, top life, you wish it. Wait a second. Oh, yes, you. Yes! Ellen going to do a boss battle. Let's go, Ellendar. You can do it, my friend. Get one crystal. Let's go for one crystal before Top Life finishes his seed. Come on, you can do it, Ellendar. You got the power. You know, it's like that song in the 1980s Transformer movies. It's like, you got the light, you got the power. Yeah! So that's what I'm singing right now for Ellendar. Top Life did take a death, and I think this is one of those things where you regret not getting the shield spell. I mean, like, look at this. This is just nasty, and I am absolutely 100% proud of my chickens. My chickens are doing me proud, because you know there's only one thing to fear, and that is the chickens. And this is what exactly Top Life is feeling right now. I think he was thinking in terms of, you know, I have the life spell. I can go into DP. I'm on life 7, so we have 6, 6, 7 on Top Life side. And we have Ellendar completing his first gem. So that's a good thing. And yes, Chroma, this is because you are a member of Team Pain Train like I am. So we love to see it. But I think this is going to be an execution, you know, era by Top Life. Because the shield spell, he had the trophy. He was right there. I don't, for the life of me, understand why he skipped it, especially knowing that there are no more heart containers in the sea. And everything hurts. And we're talking not a little hurt, we're talking like a lot of hurt. And grant you, even though, you know, life is 37, and woo! On Ellendar's side, we have an initial with a Barba. So we have attack 5, Ellendar going against a very happy to see him Barba. But it will take a couple whacks because when Top Life was going against him, I think he was attack 4. And, you know, it was quite a bit to knock him out. And I'm telling you, a good thing just happened on Top Life side. Giant Bot, he was like, Yoshi, you smell like a Yoshi, and kind of noped out of there, which is kind of rude because I think Yoshi's, you know, he can't help the fact that Mario's flushed him down the toilet more times than we can imagine. But, you know, I do plan on asking Top Life if he regrets not getting the shield spell. I low-key, because I am going to ask that, chat. So now we have Ellendar on the fast track. He has gotten 2 crystals. What, Quantum Leap? No! Quantum Leap was a fun thing, you know, especially if he... Yes! We do need to thumbs up the fact that Ellendar did realize that, you know, it's over an hour. And happy hour to you guys. Sorry, I am 2 minutes late. Oh, look at all these emoji rooms and brick rooms. Ellendar, Top Life, you guys are giving me heart trouble with what you're playing today. I think there's still maybe residual from partying last night. Because I'm all for it, but this is a nasty GP in terms of enemy placement. And without the shield spell, everything is going to hurt. But at least, if you do have the shield spell, you can also cast fire. And fire will help with, you know, enemy management. But holy machinations, these enemies are just mean. And Everybody, remember what I just said about finding out about Thunderbird. Oh, Sage, you're right. You're right. The last season of Quantum Leap was a big rip. I mean, I literally popped open my can of Ripsy soda because that was just ridiculous on the Ripperoo. And Top Life, bet you do regret not getting that shield spell. And Ellendar, I think, realizes now that he is behind, because there has to be no way he could think that he was ahead at this moment. But no, I think he should be as clean as possible. Grant you, he does have the life spell and enough for it, but let's give it up to Top Life for that absolutely smoother than all life Thunderbird. Yeah, Royale, this is not good for Ellendar. Too much overworld exploration. And I was thinking maybe the reason Ellendar wasn't going through any of the palaces was due in part to maybe thinking that he's so far behind that at this point it doesn't even matter. But seeing him go through now and trying to go mode, but he doesn't, he's missing the glove, and he needs the flute. So, and we don't know if he has enough for New Kasuto, because I didn't hear what the old woman took, because, by the time Top Life got to New Kasuto, someone told No, I think this was a case of deleting the System 32 file, folks. I think it was deleting. I want to say it was deleting System 32. Or better yet, trying to use Windows Me or Windows 2. No, actually, Windows 8. Because Windows 8 was just pure trash. Oh boy. Yeah, Ellendar is in the right area, but Ellendar is just, I want to say, right now with what's going on Ellendar's side, I want to say that, okay, so we have 7, and we have the important palace to play, so you've got Horsehead, so that should give 3 gems. We hope. Let's see. My friend, you've got to play it. Use the power. If you have to go, put your controller up in the air and say, by the power of Grayskull! Do whatever you can to get the power. And I think right now on Top Life's side, I think Top Life would love to have, the map. I think he was hoping he was back in the days of, Zelda 1 and maybe even Link to the Past, just to say the map item, and then he can see which way to go, because right now it's just a room after room of just pain. And yes, we love it. The one fear I have for Ellendar. Oh well. Hello, everybody. Let's Top Life will probably do our crouch method. So he's gonna stab Dark Yoshi in his weak spot, which is his ankle. I think that's due in part. Don't be showy, Top Life. There you. Oh no! There you go. Ooh. Thank goodness he had the life spell. All right, everybody. At 1 hour 8 minutes, roughly, I'll give you the official time. 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 26 seconds. Get your GGs out for our winner, the master of the disembodied Yoshi tongue. Yes. Absolutely. And I'd like to welcome into the booth, hey, Top Life, GG's, my friend.
Hey.
And Star, GG's to you as well. What did you guys think of that seed?
That was a really fun seed, exploring-wise. I'm not a fan of the GP, but...
Oh yeah, that GP was absolutely mean. Like, my chickens did me proud. So I have to ask you that one question. Everybody knows you like to live dangerously, but why did you hate the shield spell?
Well, I had life spell and I had 8 magic containers. I hope that would be enough. So I kind of just cut the corner. I picked life over shield. I kind of regret when I started in GP and I just instantly died in those rooms. It's just, I want the shield spell there.
Gotcha.
Cheap too. I think at Magic 5 or something it was like down to 11. But
oh yeah,
I stood no chance whatsoever of winning that seed.
Ellendar, we saw you doing a lot of overworld exploration, and it was like at one point you were just kind of considering whether or not to play the palaces.
No, well, what happened is I cleared everything in the west. I found Death Valley. I cleared everything, or Death Mountain rather. I cleared everything in Death Mountain, got both items, found the raft tile, thought I had checked all the caves, and thought, okay then, this is, because I had pretty much full cleared Death Mountain at that point, and thought, okay, this is raft required. I've got magic key and fairy spell. You know, there's 3 dungeons. I think I'd already checked 3 by that point, but there were dungeons I could check. I'm gonna go do these dungeons. That's the way the seed is. And then both 4 turned out to be a giant troll, and 5 turned out to be, you know, long and obnoxious. And that was not what the seed was. I just missed 1 cave on Death Mountain, and that was the cave to the east. And as soon as I found the cave, like as soon as I knew that was up, and then I found the cave, I'm like, there's no way I'm winning this seed. Like, I'll try, but yeah. I assume you were probably pretty close to Death Mountain. By the time I found it, like the 1 hour mark, so there's no way.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, I like the start was really like I went to one place and it was just dead end after dead end, and then I went back and I found the boots, and it's like, okay, not the hammer, I mean, and I was like, yeah, I have that 1 item cave and I have Palace 5, and then I went to the Palace 5 and I had a really annoying time with the blue iron knuckles. So
yeah, there was a really, really long path that was like relatively linear that led to a fork, and then did you end up going back and clear it eventually?
No, I didn't. I got decently far in the linear path, but yeah, two lives, and when I didn't really fight iron knuckles really well, so
yeah, I got enough experience from doing everything that I think I was like 5, 6 or something before I cleared a dungeon.
Oh yeah, the levels were great. Like when I dropped the 1000 P bag after already gotten quite decent levels, like you leveled so fast this year.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna ask you guys, what did you think about all the generous 1,500 P bag drops?
I'll take extra heart containers and extra lives over 1,000 point P or 1,000 point P bags any day.
Did you find an extra heart somewhere?
Nope, I did not.
No, there
wasn't one in the west or Death Mountain, but I didn't check anything in east. So the 2, 4, and 5, when I dug both of them, I believe they were both P bags. So
yeah, there was nothing in the east. I full cleared the east. I also had a hint for the raft I
Then
just decided.
it was start 3 max 3 then.
Yep.
Start 3 max 3 with 2 lives is rough.
At least it
Yeah.
was 3 hearts. If this had been 1 heart with that GP, no way.
Maybe I would have stood a chance.
That GP Ellendar was brutal. I mean, we're talking wave after wave of very, very spicy. We're talking nuclear spicy, chickens all over the place. I mean, lots of enemies. It was just not a very fun experience. Thunderbird was hard required as well. And
Exciting.
oh yeah. And believe it or not, GP was on Maze Island.
Yeah, I mean, it's very believable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
No.
didn't find Maze Isle?
No, Maze Island must have been from east, right? Because I got
No, it's a connector from the west and from
No.
the raft tile from the east.
West.
I didn't have the raft.
Yeah,
No.
but from the west it was a cave.
No,
So I missed. So you're saying I missed 2 connectors?
yeah, it
Well-
was the cave was blocked by a boulder, and it was not too far away from one. I want to say
Yeah, Palace 4. It was really close to Palace 4. So I
Yeah.
just did Palace 4 and then...
Well, apparently I was destined to lose this scene and making mistakes all over. Anyway,
Well, you kind of didn't need to have that, but then you need to go through Death Mountain every time you go to Maze Isle, which is...
yeah.
That's why I was so stubborn on getting the raft before, because if I needed to go to Death Mountain east side, I would rather go through Maze Isle than going through...
yeah, the
caves.
path through Death Mountain was not short.
ooh, that was a terrible Death Mountain. I mean, I felt so bad for you guys. Oh man, no one should have to go through that. But that was just an ugly overworld. Period. Blech.
Yeah,
I'll definitely take the new Death Mountains where you can tell where you're going. Like, the worst of those Death Mountains is better than any of the old ones.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't really mind these Death Mountains a lot, but it's really rough on low, without lamp. I feel.
Yeah.
But you can abuse the fairy spell. Like that is a really saving grace this scene. Like I used fairies so much in almost every room, just fairy. Like
Oh,
I got 7 magic containers really fast, and I even got the 8th by the time I reached east almost immediately. So I really abused that spell.
Yeah, and New Kasuto was just a gift, a gift from the Hylian gods, because that was where, the spell had, I want to say the spell was thunder, was in
Yeah.
New Kasuto.
And got the item to get reflect, I think, and life.
Yeah, it
too.
had medicine. I want to say it had the medicine, and it was just so many things there in New Kasuto, and it also had another item too. It was 2 items, and a very
Yeah, I had a
spell.
child.
Yes,
child
the
and-
second item. Yeah, the old woman had the child. The spell you learned there was thunder, and the spell had a great item as well. It was just like, whoa, this is amazing. So it gave you everything you needed to go back to Mido, and
At that point it was a little bit funny though, because I had 3 items left on the East Mountain, and I had both the town hints for the spells and I had the raft hints, so I knew exactly what those 3 items were.
wow.
So I knew what I was going to find in Newcastle. I didn't know which order I would get them, but I knew what items I would find on the 3 spots.
Holy moly, that is awesome. See, I haven't gotten to that level where I can foretell things, but that was awesome. Like, you were in there, you were aggressive. I mean, I think the first boss you beat was Barba.
Yeah, it was. But I was just like, I was so out of items. I needed to dive palaces to get items, and I found a magic container immediately. And then the next room I saw it was Palace 6, and I was just, do I continue here? And then right when yeah, I'll just continue a little bit, and if I die, I bail out. But I found Barba really fast. It was a really sloppy Barba fight though, so I took it very slow after that one death.
No, that's wonderful. And guys, I know that it's still daytime and afternoon for you guys. So do you have anything else you'd like to share with our guests about you versus the seed?
I'm gonna pretend this one didn't happen.
I feel a little bit bad for Ellendar because this is the second race we have had, and it seems like he got a little bit lost in both of them.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be.
I won a race because our X got lost in the same way, so it comes and goes.
Yeah, it's max Rando. It's really easy to get lost, but I kind of won just a 6-gemmer or something where nobody of us get lost. But
I look forward to the next standard tournament.
That's the best way. Always remain optimistic because with Rando is Rando, and sometimes it gives you something where you have that like gotcha moment, and then it's sometimes where you're just like, please somebody put me out like I was old Yeller, because that's how much pain the seed could be. But both of you guys are very awesome players, and you always give a show no matter what you guys do, and topplife, congratulations on your win. And Ellendar, GG for just going through just a very not very nice seed. You deserve accolades for that. And to our guests, I thank you guys for making time out on this Sunday, be it afternoon for those of our guests in Europe and morning time for us here in the States. I thank you guys for coming and watching us, and most importantly, thank you both again for allowing us to see you guys in action. And I will be turning this over to Boss. Boss, are you here?
The button is not here, but a Siberian is here.
Yes. Somebody who handles the restream. Boss. You're the boss. You're the tech guy.
Boss! Okay.
I'm that Windows 98 System 32 person. I don't function very well.
Anyway, congratulations topplife and Ellendar for the race. Also, again, thank you Krista Joy for doing the commentary for the match. And don't forget our tracker. Oh, first the commentary. Our commentary, Royal Witches. And next up on CSR, we have, let me check, at 1 p.m. EDT, Ocarina of Time, the Grand Finals of the Ocarina of Time Championship Series. At 2 p.m. EDT here on CSR2, we have the Minish Cap Randomizer Weekly. And at 5 p.m., 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. we have a link to the past NMG matches, three in a row. For the next Zelda 2 randomizers, they still need to be scheduled, and we are raiding over to a streamer named Lord Nimbus. He is playing Zelda 2 randomizer right now. Share our love with him, and thank you very much for watching. See you next time here on CSR.
Take care.